Would you believe it if the one who loves you most is making the most dangerous provocation at this very moment? We look into a dog's clear eyes and praise them as angelic eyes. However, from the perspective of animal behavior, those eyes are sometimes a chilling question testing your authority. Once you learn the truth hidden in that eye contact, a thin line between love and war, staring into your dog's eyes might feel a bit more intense from today on. The largest and cutest psychological war in human history begins right now. Originally, the laws of the wild are ruthless. In the forest, making eye contact with a stranger for more than 3 seconds is like sending a death invitation. This is because, for predators, fixing one's gaze is a declaration of having identified a target and the final step before an attack. But why did only dogs break this taboo and start staring at us? Rather than a miracle of evolution, it's closer to a meticulous survival strategy to domesticate humans. 15,000 years ago, the clever ones among wolves realized that at the end of a human's gaze, there were meat scraps. They even changed their physical structure to hack the human heart. It's a special muscle that wolves don't have, but only dogs have developed, specifically the muscle that raises the eyebrows to make the eyes look larger. With just this one muscle, they replicated the sad and pathetic baby face that triggers the human protective instinct. When we melt at that gaze and offer treats, they must have shouted internally, "It's all going according to plan." During that short time when you make eye contact with a dog, a massive chemical explosion occurs in your brain. Levels of oxytocin, known as the love hormone, surge by more than 300%, which is the same level as when a mother looks at her newborn baby. But be careful, not all eye contact is romantic. Dogs are geniuses who outsource their intelligence to humans. There's a scientific experiment. When given a treat jar that won't open, a wolf with wild instincts tries to solve it on its own until its lips are torn. On the other hand, dogs, they look at their owner in less than a minute. It's like saying, "Hey human, this won't open it quickly." If you respond unconditionally with kindness at this time, you will fall from being a guardian to a stack vending machine. Gaze is a channel for the movement of power. If they are manipulating your reaction, the initiative has already passed to your four-legged friend. Now it's the real deal. To read a dog's gaze, you have to look very closely at the tension of the muscles around the eyes. Soft eyes, where the eyelids are gently relaxed and the pupils move flexibly from side to side, is a confession saying, "I feel safe by your side." However, hard eyes, where the pupils are fixed, the whites are slightly visible, and the area around the eyes harden, are a completely different story. This is a red card saying, "You've invaded my territory now. If you come any closer, I'll bite." The mistake we humans make most often is thinking whale eye is cute. If a dog keeps its head still and only rolls its eyes to the side, showing the whites in a half-moon shape, it's a scream saying, "I'm about to explode right now." If you lean your face in thinking, "Is my dog being shy?" by glancing sideways, you might end up consulting with a plastic surgeon. Cuteness and fear are closer than you think. When being scolded, does your dog turn its head or squint and blink slowly? If you thought, "Oh, my baby knows they did wrong and is reflecting," you are 100% wrong. There is no concept of moral reflection in dogs. That slow blinking is a desperate peace treaty called a calming signal, screaming, "Please stop, I'm scared to death." To shout, "Why aren't you looking at me?" at a being struggling for breath underwater is no different from emotional abuse. Conversely, staring affectionately at a pretty dog you see on the street is also a type of crime. In the world of dogs, it's the same as picking a fight with a stranger on the street by saying, "Hey, what are you looking at? You want to go?" When meeting a strange dog, the most polite etiquette is to look diagonally downward. It's the most perfect greeting that says, "I have no intention of invading your territory, and I have no intention of fighting." Ultimately, the core of eye contact lies in psychological distancing. Just because you love them, forcing 24-hour eye contact is not trust, but obsession. True connection begins not when I force myself to see them when I want to, but when I create a safe fence where the dog can feel secure and look at me of its own accord. Tonight, just leave your dog alone sitting on the living room sofa. If they come to you first and stare softly into your eyes making eye contact, then congratulations. You've been recognized not just as a snack shuttle, but as a respected leader to whom they can entrust their entire life. This strange and beautiful psychological war of gazes that began 15,000 years ago. Now, are you ready to become the winner of that game and step onto the path of a true companion? Inside their eyes, the whole truth about what kind of guardian you are is already written. What kind of gaze is your dog sending you right now? Thank you for listening.